Okay, let's see how this gonna work. I just heard something, and because I heard it, it it made me, well, it inspired me to send this send this video. Okay, if you think, or if other people think that a Southeast Asian woman, 20 years old, 25 years old, 27 years old, is only going to be interested in you because you're an American and they're assuming that you have more money. If you think that's the only reason that a 25-year-old woman would be interested in you in the Philippines and you're following that advice, I want to inform you that it is absolutely 100% incorrect. Why? Because if you have been in anywhere in Southeast Asia, if you've been in the Philippines and you've learned anything about the culture of the Philippines, you will know that number one, all women seek financial stability, whether they're Filipino, Southeast Asian, American white, American Mexican, American black. All women seek financial security. It's part of a woman's DNA. Now, that's a fact. Is that the only reason that a Filipina would be interested in you? I say no. How can I say no without knowing all Filipinas? I say no because if you look at the culture, if you look at the Filipino people, you will see that the Filipino people have an immense admiration for age. They have an immense admiration for older men. The Filipina admires older men. It's been part of their culture for centuries. It's nothing new. So, can a young Filipina be in love with you as an old man? Why, yes, in the hell she can. And if you think the only thing that she's interested in is your money, that advice is foolish. It doesn't represent the Filipino people, and it's ignorant. It's ignorant for anyone to say such a thing who has spent any time in the Philippines. Why? Because if you spend any time in the Philippines, you should understand the culture. If you don't understand the culture after spending a number of years here, best you get the hell out of the Philippines because you're giving the Filipino, the Filipina, and the Philippines a bad rap. Okay? No, she's not only interested in you because of your money. If you think that, that's because either you have a low self-esteem, you think lowly of yourself, you think no one could possibly love you, you see, or you're just ignorant as hell and you're blind to the facts, and or you're just trying to mislead people. But if you Google and you look at the culture of Southeast Asia, you look at the culture of the Philippines, okay, you will see that admiration for elder men being the attraction of a young woman, Asian woman, is common, it's natural, okay? Don't let no one tell you that you got to lead with your wallet or otherwise you're going to be unsuccessful with a young Filipina. And I frankly, I find it insulting to the Filipina. I find it insulting to the Filipino people that people would say such a thing. Yeah, there are scammers out here. There are scammers everywhere. There are scammers in the USA. Okay? There's scammers everywhere. But that doesn't label a young Filipina as be only interested in an older man because of his money. That's just absolutely false. And you can prove it through the culture of the Filipinos, the Filipina. You can prove it through their culture, through history. You can go back hundreds of years and find that that practice existed. And it exists to today. And because you think out of your insecurities that she only wants you for your money, don't get that stuck in your head because it's false. She could love you immensely, you see, and you don't have to have a lot of money. And if you do have a lot of money, it's not going to buy her. So in other words, if you think all she wants is your money, then you're saying basically you're buying a Filipina. You're buying her. If you don't have the right amount of money, you can't buy a Filipina. That's insulting. Shame on whoever would say something or think something like that. Get your self-esteem together. Okay? Start loving yourself. Know that yeah, she can love you because that's the way they're wired. They're wired that way, man. You're not in the USA where you're dealing with a crackhead and all she wants is your money and another hit. This Filipina ain't a crackhead. She's not wired like a crackhead. That's the Filipino culture. I told you guys, come here, learn the culture, adopt some of the cultural ways from the Philippines, and you yourself will become a better person. You yourself will become a better person. Here, what you're finding is that you have a beautiful, attractive woman. Yeah, she's gonna seek someone who can support her, who can support their kids. She wouldn't be a woman if she didn't. That's part of her DNA, man. She's got to have someone to support her. Remember, the Filipina is a real woman. She's not trying to be a man. She's not trying to play the role of a man. She's not trying, nor does she expect to earn the type of money that you earn as a man to be able to support her and her kids. She's relying on you as the man to do that. Why? Because she is a woman. And that's part of the nature of a woman, for a man to provide and protect and care for her. That's part of her nature as a woman. So don't take the nature of a woman and misconstrue it and turn her into some type of scam artist that all she wants is your fucking money. Because that's a lie. Pardon my French. I'm sorry. But I'm upset. I don't like to hear people defame Filipinas. I'm sick of it. You know, because one thing for sure and two for certain, if you lead with your wallet, that means you have a low self-esteem. You don't think you're worthy of it. If you think you gotta buy love, that's you. That's not the Filipina. That's you. If you think you gotta pay to play, that's you. Don't put it on the Filipina. That's you. That's your assumptions. That's your character flaw. Understand that. And for all you people who's thinking about coming to the Philippines, who's thinking about investing your rest of your life with a Filipina, I want you to understand that regardless of what people say, their intentions are, you judge this woman on what she does. and you need to know the facts. The fact is, every woman wants financial security. Every woman seeks a man who can provide for them. Okay? And if she didn't, she's not worth her sweat. Okay? She's not worth her sweat, because that's part of her job, to make sure that whoever she lay with and make a baby has the means by which to take care of her. And by no means, no stretch of the imagination, does it mean that this Filipina don't care for you because she's young and you old and all you got is money and that's all she wants. That's insulting. That's insulting. And I'm telling you, if you are interested in a Filipina, don't allow people to insult the Filipinas like that. Okay? Because it's not true, man. It's not true. That is not the truth. Okay? The Filipina has more to her than that aspect. Okay? So, once again, I need you guys to help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay? I'm going to give you the boots on the ground knowledge. I'm going to tell you what's the real deal. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm not going to give you a video trying to boost my numbers or nothing like that. I'm not going to say something to clickbait. I'm not going to do none of that crap. I'm going to give you the real deal. I'm going to tell you just like it is. I'm going to tell you what God loves, and that's nothing but the truth. Okay? And I some things I get furious over. I get furious over people who put out false representation about the people here in the Philippines. Why? Because I love the Philippines. And the one thing I love so much about the Philippines is the variety and the different type of people in the Philippines. And I'm highly upset when you insult the Filipino. So excuse me if I seem to be a little upset, a little rambunctious, because I don't want any people who's interested in coming here to get the wrong impression that if they get involved with a young Filipina, that the only thing she wants is your money, because that's far, far, far from the truth. And what you will find, and what other people will find, that even if you do have money, if you lead with your money, you think you buying her. When you met her, she was living in a nipper hut. Brother, let me tell you something. Her moral character will allow her to go right back to the nipper hut and be the happy sister she was when she first met you. She could take your $1 million crib, she'll sell it, she'll get her money to her family, she'll spend it, and she'll go right back to a nipper hut, and she will be happy as a sissy in Boys Town. Why? Because that $1 million house means nothing to nobody but the one who bought it. That don't make a Filipina happy. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? That don't make her happy. Your money will not make her happy. Sure, any woman will spend your money, but it ain't gonna make her, and it ain't gonna break her. And if you think it is, you a damn fool. You haven't learned nothing about the Philippines since you've been here. Listen, God bless you. Take care. Remember, when you help other people, you're truly helping yourself. Be cautious of who you listen to. Do some research on your own. Do some research on the culture of the Filipino and the system by which they marry older men. It's all throughout the Asian culture. All throughout the Asian culture. For centuries. Okay? Take care. God bless.